prime mistake. One thing is saving the money, and one thing is what do you do after you have the money? Once you have the bag, what do you do with it? How do you multiply it? How do you build passive income from it? That's the most important thing. So I don't want you to grab this money, get some new sneakers, go on vacation, get some plastic surgery, buy a purse, whatever that is, or get some new teeth. The answer is no. I don't want you to work hard for 6 months and then end up spending that money on a liability on something that does not help you out. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the challenge, why 10,000, how to get there in 3 months or 6 months, and additionally, what to do once you have the money, whether it's pay off debt, whether it's build an emergency account, whether it's, for example, a retirement account, or saving up for a down payment. And by the way, I recommend all those things one by one in the order I just gave it to you guys, okay? But don't worry, I'm going to tell you more at the end of this video. And as always, smash the like button. It helps a lot. And on top of that, also, if you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified, and also teach you exactly how to build passive income and how to invest your money. And those videos are also super important. Now, the very first thing is this. Tell me, why $10,000? Why that number exactly? The answer is because $10,000 is challenging, okay? But it's not impossible to actually get there in like 6 months, okay? Because if I told you $100,000, that's a number that's just like insane, all right? So $10,000 is challenging just enough, but not impossible. You know, and I know that you're able to do this. And if anybody told you once you have that money, it's not a lot of money. The average person has $1,000. Okay. Once you have $10,000, you have 10 times more money than the average person. It matters. It makes a difference. Now, here's one big thing that I will tell you. $10,000 is not going to change your life. However, the habits and the person you have to become in order to save that $10,000, those are the things that are going to change your life forever. All right. So don't worry about the dollar amount. That's not why we're here. We're here for the habits, and everything else is going to come after you save this $10,000. Now, I got to tell you guys something. Although I told you that in the beginning, when I got my first $10,000 in 6 months, I basically spent all the money in like 2 months. The second time I built up to $10,000, I did it a lot faster. Today, my passive income makes me enough to save $10,000 very quickly, very fast, without any work. And that's what I want to get to, okay? Because you can save the $10,000, but after that, there are habits to actually do, so then your money works for you, and then you have these challenges going on as you sleep. And that's going to be awesome. Now, here are the actual challenge details. Tommy, do I do it in 3 months? Do I do it in 6 months or 12 months? The answer is this. I recommend you do it anywhere from a minimum of 3 months to a maximum of 12 months, okay? And here's why I say no less than 3 months. It takes about 66 days for a habit to change the circuits in your brain. This right here is scientific. I'm not making stuff up. It's not, oh, just 3 months randomly. No, I'm doing this on purpose. In 3 months, the habits you're going to establish are going to stick to your brain, and that's exactly what I want to happen. Now, I'm going to give you two methods of completing this challenge. First one is the envelope challenge. Now, here's the thing. If you want to do this in about 100 days, which is 3 months and 6 or 9 days, something like that, the answer is you can go out there and you can buy around 100 envelopes. The challenge is very simple. Listen carefully. You grab 100 envelopes and you label these envelopes from the number 1 to the number 100. So obviously, you're going to have envelope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 100. And the goal is you want to double the number it says on the envelope. So if the envelope says, for example, $1, you put in $2. If it says $2, you put in $4. If it says 10, you put in 20. And in approximately like 3 months, which is 100 days, okay, you're going to have over $10,000. Exactly about $10,100. Now, here's what I don't like about this strategy. It's setting you up for failure. And here's why. Because the to save $10,000 in 3 months, it is going to take a lot of money, approximately like $3,300 every single month. And most people don't even make that much money in the first place. Okay, so this challenge, in my opinion, to do it in 3 months, too much. In 3 months, like $3,300. Like most people don't make that much money. Now, here is the second way to actually go ahead and do this challenge, okay? And it's the way I did it, okay? Because I didn't have 100 envelopes and I didn't want to spend the money on 100 envelopes. But it's all about how you want to do it, so don't think you have to do it my way. Now, my way was fairly simple. I said, how much money do I want to save? The answer was $10,000, okay? And then I asked myself, well, in how much time do I want to do it? The answer was 6 months, all right? So I put in 6 steps. And then I said, how often do I get paid? At the time, I was getting paid weekly. So if you get paid weekly, obviously, you just multiply this number by 2 because 6 months and every month you get 2 checks. So that's around times 2. You get around 12 paychecks. So that was the answer. So if you have the number 10,000 divided by 12, every time I get paid, I have to set aside $833 per paycheck bi-weekly to be able to get there in around 6 months. Now, obviously, if you get paid weekly, then that's going to be 24 checks. So basically, $10,000 divided by 24 checks, that's going to be around $416. And obviously, if you get monthly, then you got to pay $10,000 divided by 6, you got to save around $1,666. It's still the same amount of money no matter how you slice it, but it's all dependent on your paycheck and the frequency and how you get paid. Now, if I'm being honest with you guys again, I think it's way too much money. I think it's way too fast. So my advice would be this. I gotta be real with you guys, okay? Although I was in college hustling, okay? I had a job as work study. I had a job at the Gap. I was flipping phones and I was selling sneakers. Because again, this is not about the money, it's about the habit. So number one, I want you to build a budget. I'm not going to make this difficult or complicated. It's simple. How much money do you have coming in? The number is $1,000 or whatever it is. And then I want you to break that down between 4 expenses. You have shelter, utilities, groceries, and transportation. That's it. Everything else is a want. You don't need it. Don't get it. Okay? That's the idea. So whenever you get paid money, calculate the expenses, try to lower them, and that way you can save even more money. Whatever you have in your budget that you don't need, if it exceeds 5% of your income, cut it out, don't use it, okay? That's the idea. Number two, second, get a side hustle. If this challenge seems a little too extreme, go do Uber Eats, go get another job, go do something else to make some extra money. Again, I was doing 3 jobs when I was in college. Jordan. Oh my God, I'm on my voice. Jordan. And today I wear Vans and New Balances, like a little like I would call myself a dork back then, but I like my sneakers. You can't judge me, okay? At least now I have the 10,000 and I don't have the Jordan. Student loan debt, personal loan debt, all this stuff. The answer is if you got debts, everything except the mortgage, put all that money towards debt. Okay? Well, you can save $1,000, put them aside for emergencies, just like a little bit of money there. But then the rest of the money, the other $9,000, put it towards your debt. Build that up. All right? That's what you want to do. Put it towards your debt, cut them the debt, and help you a lot. Now, once you're done with the debt, you want to build up a fully blown emergency account with at least 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses in there. This way you have stability and security. Number three, you want to build up your retirement account. Tell me, I don't know about retirement accounts. I don't know about investments. I don't know about stocks. The answer is watch the videos on this channel. They're going to help you out a ton. Or click the M1 Finance link down below and copy my portfolio so you know exactly what I do and how I invest my money. Now, four, once you're investing like 10, 20% of your income, every paycheck, the answer is grab the rest of the money and you put it towards savings for a home. You actually buy a home. This is how you get started. Don't grab the money. Don't get no plastic surgery, bro. Don't get no fake teeth. Don't get no fancy car. Don't get none of that stuff if you can't afford to get them right now. Whether you choose to get them, I don't care when you want to get them, but I do care if you get them and you can't afford it. And all of a sudden you're trying to resell your teeth because you can't afford to have those teeth, okay? You have that itch. The answer is just take 5% of the money you make and use that money to scratch that itch. Whether it's to buy something you want or to save up to do something you want. So overall, it might not sound like a lot of money or feel like a lot of money, but if you're making, let's say, $2,000 a month, and you save, for example, 5% of that, that's like $100 a month, you know? So you can use that money to take yourself on a date, go to the movies, buy something on Amazon, whatever you want to do. If you make $4,000 a month, and obviously $4,000 multiplied by 0.05, that's going to be around $200, okay? Now, in 3 months, that's $600. That's nice, okay? The answer is just take 5%. That's all you want to do. Once you have no debt, you have an emergency account. If you want to increase it, you can if you want to. But the goal is don't start doing things you can't afford to do right now because it's going to prevent you from really getting the things you need to get later on. That's my advice. That's the challenge. Take your time. And remember, this is not about money. What this is about is habit. And once you have the habit, trust me, you're gonna smoke 10,000, then 20,000, then 30,000, then 100,000, and then you're gonna just keep going and going and going, and it's not gonna feel hard. Trust me, okay? As always, guys, thanks for watching.